Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hey, I am in the mood for experimenting. The experiment that I want to do on blown out hair just to cut down on drying time and to have more elongation from the style that I want to do. That's neither here nor there. Today I'm going to actually walk you through my process for blowing out my hair. Now I know I gave you a little glimpse when I did my spontaneous, absolutely necessary quarantine trim, but I wanted to go a little more in depth with regards to what I do and why I do it. As you can see, my hair is already sectioned and detangled, and my leave-in has already been applied as well. My hair has actually been drying down for several hours, and that's tip number one with regards to how I do my blowouts. Have your foundation of moisture already applied to your hair. That way it's one less step to do when you actually go about blow drying your hair. Step two, like I mentioned, is to let your hair dry down. What I typically do sometimes, especially if I don't have somewhere immediate to go, I'll let my hair dry down for several hours, sometimes even overnight, just so that eliminates the amount of time I'm putting heat on my hair. This just makes the process more seamless and easier. I also want to mention that I did section and finger detangle my hair while I applied my leave-in. This also helps to cut down on the amount of time I'm spending actually blow drying my hair. If you want to know about any of the products or tools that I used, or any of the products or tools that I'm going to mention in this video, I'll make sure I leave them linked in the description box. Now remember, I mentioned that my hair has been drying down for several hours, and personally I don't like to go in with my blow dryer on bone dry hair. Now in this instance, my hair isn't actually 100% dry, but I do still like to go in with this particular product just for safety and precaution reasons, and that is this Apogee Keratin and Green Tea Restructurizer. Now if you aren't familiar with Apogee, just know that it's one of the most notable, most reliable brands that we use strictly for strengthening. I don't know about any of their other products, but I know that I can always rely on Apogee when I need a good, reliable protein product. So I use this Keratin and Green Tea Restructurizer as a rehydrator, and I use it as a protectant. Now the product claims that it strengthens instantly, builds body, and protects color and chemical surfaces. This is pH optimized and contains exclusive prophytamine complex. I don't know what that means, but somehow it's beneficial for your hair. I do know that you can typically find this in your local beauty supply store or wherever Apogee products are sold. It's affordable and it lasts forever because you literally don't need a lot. I took down my first section, and like I said, my hair is still damp, and like you can see, I'm able to run my fingers through the section because I've already finger detangled, so I shouldn't have any difficulty. So now that I've taken down my first section, I'm going to go in with the Keratin and Green Tea Restructurizer, and I'm not going to use a lot, and I focus it towards my ends, and I just work that through. And once I work that through, then I'm able to go in with the blow dryer. Personally, I like to use this Conair Silverbird, and I got this from Sally Beauty during a sale a couple of years ago. This is it's just a reliable blow dryer. Not only do I see kitchen beauticians using this, I also see professionals using this blow dryer. It's affordable and the shit just works. So you can also see that I have a comb attachment. This actually isn't the comb attachment that comes with the Silverbird, because I find that the comb attachment that came with it always slides off. So this is actually a universal comb attachment that I got from my local beauty supply store. It just fits it better and it works better when I'm actually blow drying my hair, and I ain't gotta keep stopping to put the hot ass comb back on the blow dryer, because who has time for that? On the Conair Silverbird, there are two switches as well as a cool shot button. The two switches control the heat and the speed. There is the zero heat or the cool setting, there is medium heat, and then there's high heat. Typically when I'm blowing out my own hair, I only use medium heat. Cool heat, I don't have time. That takes entirely too long, so I am a medium heat girl. Sorry. And then for speed, there's obviously the powered off option, low speed, and high speed. Again, I do high speed because it already takes too much time, so I am a high speed girl. I'm going to go in on my first section with medium heat, which is already set to, and high speed. I was especially hopeful that my mic would pick up the audio from me a little more than my blow dryer, but alas. So you can ignore the fact that my mouth is moving. What I'm basically saying is that I start by blow drying my hair from the very ends, and then I work my way up the section. Also want to add that I position the blow dryer at different angles. That way I'm making sure I'm getting the proper coverage and that all of the hair is dry. And that is my first section. You can see it's nice and lightweight. It's not stiff. It also feels very moisturized. My leave-in had time to penetrate my strands. So I'm going to twist this section up and out of the way. And I'm going to show you on one more section. And you can see, like, my section isn't tiny. I'm not trying to be blow drying my hair all day. When I blow dry my hair, I typically do about 6 large sections. Of course, if you feel like you need to do more because your hair is thicker or longer, definitely do that. I'm just showing you what I do, and for me, it's all about timeliness because it's hot. So, one more again for the people in the back. Got my section ready. And I'm going in with a little bit of the Keratin and green tea restructurizer. And I focus the most of the product towards the ends, and then I rake it through with my fingers just to make sure the product is coated on the entire section. And then I'm going to go in on medium heat and high speed. So I've taken all of my sections down just to see if I have any damp spots, and I do up in this particular area, which is to be expected. It's hot as shit and I'm sweating in my head. So I'm going to go through one more time with the blow dryer just to get all the damp spots. Okay, so I'm finished getting all the damp spots. Now I like to finish off my blow dryer with a cool shot for a couple of reasons. One, people say that it closes the cuticle and helps to maintain frizz. I do it for that reason, but the main reason I do it is because it's hot as hell. So I'm gonna cool myself and my hair down with a cool shot, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. So I am all done blowing out my hair, and this is what we have. Nice and fluffy and hot. So let's go ahead and do a quick recap of all of my blow drying tips. Once you shampoo and condition your hair, you want to apply your leave-in in sections. That is a huge tip. I apply my leave-in in sections, and then I finger detangle, and then I twist that section up so that way it stays moisturized, but it also stays detangled. After that, I typically let my hair dry down. So that is my second tip. Let your hair dry down for as long as you can, so that way you're taking less time and using less heat. Next, I like to go in with a lightweight strengthener / heat protectant. So like I said, I like to use the Keratin and green tea restructurizer, and I use that really making sure I concentrate that on my ends. Then of course, once I get that worked through the section, I go ahead and I start blow drying my hair. And you can blow dry your hair at any speed and any temperature that's comfortable for you. I like to go in with pretty large sections, and I blow dry my hair on medium heat, high speed. And I start blow drying my hair with the comb attachment, starting from the very ends of my hair and working my way up. Next, I blow dry all of my hair just to make sure that I'm not missing any damp spots. And lastly, I go in with a cool shot because again, people suggest that this closes the hair cuticle and helps with frizz. Okay, I do it because it's hot. So that about wraps up my blow drying technique and tips. I know a lot of people use like the Rev Air, or they use that Revlon blow drying brush. I just find that this technique works best for me, and it's saving me money because I don't want to buy another tool, especially that damn Rev Air, because who is paying $400 American? So So these are just my tips for people that have the more traditional model of blow dryer. Of course, be sure to drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts, and if you have any additional tips you want to add. Also, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Please be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.